Let's learn. Yeah,
direkt.
yeah. Let me
Die
learn.
Kislev.
Yeah. Okay. So the Rebbe says, what does he say about Yud Kislev? He says a very interesting line. He says a Yud Kislev is a man Leida of a Chassid. It's the time of the birth of a Chassid.
Yeah.
And Yud Tes Kislev is the bris. Right? Everyone always asks, it's not 8 days, right? It's a little more than 8 days.
Yeah.
So Alta Kasha. So this is a word Chassidim always verbringen. So the Rebbe explains this word. What does it mean? Yud Tes Kislev the bris. So he says, is this Sikha B'Emes is a hemshich to Parashat Lech Lecha, the Sikha that year Tavshin Chav Gimel, it's also printed here in Parashat Lech Lecha. And over there, Parashat Lech Lecha is about Milah, about the mitzvah Milah. And he says over there that the Milah is three things. You see over here, Aleph, the first thing he says in Milah is the Pula for Milah. What's the Pula? Means the action. Which means you have a mitzvah to do the Milah, to do the action of Milah. That's the first thing. Number two, Beis, that he was the Yid werd and bleibt a mol. The Yid becomes and stays a mol. He's circumcised. And number three, Gimel, er werd an Einer Adel. So first, the second thing is that he stays a mol. It's a positive aspect. And not only that you did the mice, so the result is that he becomes. The result is that when you do this action of doing the milah, so there's the result is that he becomes a mol, he becomes circumcised, and he stays mol. He says doesn't just become, he also stays mol.
And he's
And
not oral anymore.
and number three that he's not a auto. So it's like, actually sounds pretty similar, right? He's not a auto,
Mhm.
which means there's something positive about him becoming a mol, and together with that, there's something which negative that he's not an auto. Right? That's it. Gimel, er an eine auto. And he explains that
The concept malvo, para, kilo mal. So here, when you make a twist in it, you became non-oral.
On Shabbos with when they told the whole family over there when they told Shimon and Levi they told him to
Make a
be
brit milah.
make a bris milah, but they didn't do kriya, so they were not really mohel.
kill them all, right? Marvel Ekara kill
Because
them
how
all.
can you kill a yid? But they were not yidden.
Interesting.
Oh, you listen to the Russian shows.
Of course I listen.
Huh?
What else I gotta do?
So sometimes he says over there, he explained that sometimes he could have two out of the three. Now there he says three hechetimses, three cases how you could have two out of the three. You could be missing one of them. Let's say first one we said that there's a pool of Milo, right? There could be a case where the person was born Mal. He's like we know Moshe David HaMelech, right?
My cousin.
He's your cousin, you said?
I have a cousin that was born that way.
Oh, someone's asking me if it still happens today.
Yeah, it happened, but they had to
But
they had to do something. They had
Papa
to.
Stambris, exactly. So in such a case, very well. Someone should ask me today. Still
Happened.
happened today?
Yeah, it happened.
What? It born like a girl?
No, he was born
No,
mohel.
he didn't have a foreskin. He didn't have the foreskin, the extra skin, which you take off in the middle.
From the Lad Mahul.
So what they do? They just no
They
mitzvah?
had
No,
to
on top of
make him
Stambris.
bleed.
You have to take a drop of prick him, take a drop of
I
blood.
got a drop.
Yeah,
What do you
I
say?
have a cousin that happened.
No, they took it for me. I got a drop. That was the wrong thing.
What do you say?
He didn't have a bris milah when he was 8 days. When he was older, it is just
They did it in the hospital. They did it.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So yeah, so that's the case. So that's what you do. So why? Because he's born like we say Michtam the David. Right? Say in Tehillim, Michtam the David. What is Michtam? Michtam in Maaseh, right? He said that Michtam it comes from it's divided up. Mem Chaf is like Maka or Makase
No.
Tom. which means his makah was complete, which means he was born mole. David the Melch, Moshe Rabbeinu, the other people were born, other tzaddikim, which were born mole. So, he's mole, right? He has the Indian mole, number two. He has number three, which is not an adult, but he's missing number one. He's missing pulas and milos. Therefore, you have to do the third thing. You have to do the top is down bris. You have to do quick.
I know about it.
Very good. Another case where you have two out of
You make a
three.
bracha?
Do you make a
You do
bracha?
this and tefes down. Somebody born more.
I don't know. That I don't remember.
Who's your brother-in-law?
Levi Heba.
Oh, I don't know. Also no. How's your brother-in-law?
Married my sister.
Really? No idea.
He probably
Did over 15,000 verses.
so he probably
It's
felt
from those who fought for by Mitzvah.
Yes,
He fought
yes.
for.
He has already more than 12 students on the world.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows. Then there is another case. You have a case of, let's say somebody had the pull of a milah. They gave him a milah. But then he was Meishach Halase, which means by the milah they pushed the foreskin to the side. He came later and he spread it over, that he stretched over the skin. He stretched the skin that it should cover over again.
some people.
So it says about it is someone who does this is Nefer Brisa Shel Avram Avinu. So it's a harsh thing. It's a harsh thing. Nefer Brisa Shel Avram Avinu. Doesn't want to look like he's mole, so he does that. So you have the pula, right, of the milah, and it's interesting. The halacha, he's considered a mole, still considered a mole. Which is interesting to understand why is he still considered a mole. Seems because they did a milah and they took away the skin, part of the skin, right? So he's somewhat considered a mole. So mole is negea halacha is negea. A kohen who's not mole is not allowed to eat truma. He's allowed to eat truma still.
Even though he's Moshe Choloso,
but he's considered an adult still.
Oh, wow.
He's not considered an adult.
he's not allowed to walk in Beis Hamikdash. He could eat Truma, but he's not allowed to walk in Beis Hamikdash. It's a problem.
It's probably, yeah. I'm sure. I think right.
It's called Baal Nun.
So from Pesach,
Yeah.
From Pesach. That's a third case. If a person's born with a double skin, two arlas.
I never heard that.
So, and then you have so they do the milah. So you have the pulas on milah. And
לא, כאילו היה לו את שתי עולות. כאילו זה היה מכוסה פעמיים. What you're saying is that he had two times Arla, one on top of another. No,
I'm sorry. He's not considered an auto. Sorry, let's go back up. I mixed this up. Let's go back. Let's back up to the case of the Moshe Harlase.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. He's not considered an auto again because he took away that skin.
So what about
the skin? So he took away the skin. So he's not considered an auto.
Is he considered a mohel?
But mole's a type. He has to stay mole, live in a mole.
But he did.
Yeah. 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 He's didn't stay a mole. The Paulus Amilo, which he did, he undid. He didn't stay the mole. But he did take away the skin, which is there, that skin which is there, but he took, he slept the other skin, which he cut, which was extra, which he took off the extra skin, right?
Yeah.
It's a little graphical.
It's making me hurt. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay. We'll get to the chassidus.
No, like why would somebody be hateful so much to the
embarrassed? He was embarrassed. Yeah. Yeah.
They must hate Yiddishkeit.
He did a Tinik Shenishba, his kids when he was a little kid, some Sabatska came and made him do a bris. And then I once read an article. I was once waiting in Skata in Imask. I was once waiting a doctor's office, and there was a magazine over there, and they have a satire thing caught my eye, all about the bris. Rabbi Chayid, he's a liberal Jew, and basically Machin Vic Chayzik, and he's basically complaining. The whole thing was satire, like comedy, like making humor supposed to be, or like making fun. Basically, with like how much he has karirata. Basically, when he was a little kid, when his parents came to America, so basically they trapped him. Didn't know anything, and they trapped him right away. I think even say maybe Chabad, whatever it was, they trapped him basically to have a milah. Just came up the boat. They didn't know what they're getting themselves. He was like making it. They didn't know what they're getting themselves into. And he's reading this whole article. Busy fetching, busy fetching about it. That he got this milah that he's suffering at the Kal. Never, you have Rachel mentioned. They don't know. They don't know better. They didn't grow up.
No, I've heard of people that hate that saying, "Oh, what? Nobody asked me."
That's what I'm doing. Self-hater Jew.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he took away the skin. He took away the skin from where that skin over there. So he took it away. Ah, Shalom Aleichem. I read your story about you in the Shura.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even read it. Very nice. Thank you.
So
A long time ago.
Chayelo,
Talk about the Shabbos over here.
Really?
Yeah.
Chayelo.
Made a big deal out of it.
Really? Goodness. I didn't even make a big deal.
So
When I received that letter, I was right next to Meir Bochasher, Meir, the Worcester of the Rebbe. And he said to me, I had in my hands what Kodesh, Kislev. And he said to me, you didn't go to
In the mikveh.
you didn't go to Yechidus. The Rebbe says this letter is like Yechidus.
Oh. Please.
It's a very important letter.
When the Rebbe wrote the word Behatzlacha in Hebrew. It's a big
continue about Tzlacha.
Aye. Hashem.
Okay, but we have the second
So
one.
so basically if it's so you're saying that this gets away. Yeah, for you this gets here. Over here it's 463.
Thank you.
So you can have so
It's needed.
Huh?
It's needed.
we're saying there's three things we're saying that the Alter Rebbe said that the Fitik Rebbe said about Yitas Kislev, and Yitas Kislev is the bris of a chassid. So why we're talking about what's a bris, and then we're explaining up Chassidus what it is. So we're saying there's three things: the action of doing the bris, here that he becomes a mole, he stays a mole, and then he's not an adol anymore. So we're saying if a person was born, they got a bris, and then so they took away the arla. That's the right. He took away the arla, took away that skin, which was the arla. So he's not an adol anymore. Therefore, he's able to eat truma. He did the pula of the milah, but he didn't. If he's Moshe Chalasei, so he schlepped his skin, which was there. Let's say whatever's left over, he slept it over, so he's not mole anymore. So that's the same. It seems like the udal is that skin. Once you take away the skin, it's not an udal anymore. But he did the pula of the milah, but he's not a mole. He's not a mole anymore because he schlepped his. If he schlepped his skin, he covered himself anymore. He's not udal because he took away the arla. He took away that skin.
But he's not a mohel either.
But he's not a mole either because since he schlepped back the skin to recover it, cover it over again, therefore he's not a mole.
What do you have to, let's do one of it about Shuvah. What do you have to do? Have to make it bris again?
No, to take away that, to just uncover it again.
How? You have to cut it, right?
No, he slept that skin.
So what do you do?
So you should push it back.
He did it with a surgery or
He
something.
could cut it again, saying that if it's stretched already and it's going to cover over, or you should push it back.
No, they do a whole surgery.
No. What you saying?
To slap it back. To go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to be not mohel.
It's good. He calls me in over here. See this? It's for both cases over here. We said the other case was, what was the first case? The first case, he was born with a
Born with-
mall. He's born he was born mall.
That's
So
what
he said he knows
Wow.
people, he knows something.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's not an adult, and he's not what he's
They didn't have,
mall, he's
but they
mall,
didn't have the,
but they didn't have the pull of the action of the miller,
Wow.
missing action.
but by you they do
So they
that.
have to do hatafas dam bris, take a split the prick some.
Oh,
Now the third case we said, the third case is what? The third case is, third case is if he's born with two arlas.
oh my God.
So then he
Interesting.
if they I don't know. He told me so far these two he knows about.
The third one I
The
don't know.
third one, you know, that's probably
Unless
very
there was
rare.
two earless on one favor, meaning one and another one on top, but that's possible.
What do you mean? Yeah, it's what one.
That's what you mean.
No, one Aver.
Yeah,
On
not
one
not
Aver.
two, not two.
No, no.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
That's what we're thinking. Okay, so it's like two
Two
earless,
skins.
one on top of
Aver,
another.
two skins.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
So
but still I don't know.
that's probably very rare. But so what do you have? So then if they do the milah, so they take away one arla. So they did the pula of
Mila.
Mila.
milah.
Well,
But
then
he's still an Arl.
He is well. He's also mol. This is considered mol because why? Because the action of the milah, what's mol? Mol is that whatever the action you did with your milah, that stayed. So it stayed. He took away.
But there's still one Arl.
But he's still considered an arl because he has arl over there.
Here's another one.
Yeah, because he has the arl over there.
But
So
why didn't they take that off too?
a good question. So they neither. But he's saying it's possible to have two without three, and he's showing you that it's not just theoretical that it's in lumdus that there's three nyanim, but actually it's negel halacha that you have to have all three. That was fine. It's fine.
What three?
So there's three things. No, everyone, the Elam could already pitch in over here. He's already said it 3 times.
Sure, right.
The number one for milah,
Yeah,
there needs to be the action of milah.
yeah.
Number two is that after you do the action, he stays mohol.
Okay.
And number three is that he shouldn't be a adol, which means the arla is not there. So we just explained the three nafkaminas between the three cases. So we need to have all three. So we're explaining the Frierdiker Rebbe said about
Well, the
it.
only way he can stay with the law is if he doesn't undo it like Moshe all
Beautiful. Very nice. That's what we just said before.
It's really far out. I don't think the real big rush, the biggest Rosh in the world will do that.
Okay,
That's what I'm
good,
saying.
that's it, huh?
It's like you gotta be really
You have to really have a
hatred.
yeah. So Frierdiker Rebbe says that the Yitas Kislev is the bris of a chazah. So how does the bris come? How do you have all these three things in the bris? Okay, so we're on page 799. So let's get to the
To the Hasidic part.
yeah. So this was really another sikha in Parashat Lech Lecha where the talked about the milah. So now he's continuing in connecting to Yitas Kislev. Yeah. So page 7. So they explain what also over there. They explain also the remez of these three pratim and Avedis Adam. In Avedis Adam Machlal. Explain a mal means that every yid has an neshama, and he has goodness in his neshama. And the mohol, what does it mean mohol? It means that it should be revealed because the goodness of his neshama should be revealed. That's what it means mohol. V'asei toiv, right? So you say sur me'ra v'asei toiv. V'asei toiv. So asei toiv, the positive is what's it mean? The positive part of a mol. Mol is a positive thing that he should be mol. It means that his goodness, the toiv, asei toiv, the goodness of the neshama should be revealed. That's mo. That's to explain. What's that? What's it mean? He's not an adol. It means he takes away the bad. Takes away the bad. Not the first thing is about the good. How you're revealing the good. That's the mo. The positive. Asei toiv. You're revealing the good of the neshama. What's the any adol? He shouldn't have an adol means surmera. You take away the bad. Which means that a person is not under the shlita, the control of the adol. Who's the adol? The Yitzhahara. He brings from the Gemara and Sukkah. Who's the adol? The Yitzhahara.
How do you cut it?
You know the Ma'aser of Yamin Klatzke, right? I'll show you now the Frierdiker Rebbe brings that chassid of the Alter Rebbe. It's Kislev, Alter Rebbe. So he was a little bit he was a little bit wild. He was from the big Chassidim. That's a lot about him. And one time he got very inspired and he climbed up. Alter Rebbe was on the second floor. He climbed up to the second floor and looked through the window into Alter Rebbe's room. And he says, Rebbe, hack me up the linke Seite. Cut off my left side. It means the Yitzhahara was on the left side. How do we cut him off? No, it's Alter Rebbe has a chadreket, Alter Rebbe, how do you say, meditative, became very,
Serious?
yeah, and he said, Ribeinu Shalom, Shem, va'ata mechayes kulam tzida. You give life to everyone, so give chayes, godly chayes that, and from then he had these interesting moments. The Kislev, you would have you would call him somebody who has mood swings,
Bipolar.
yes.
Oh.
So he would have sometimes he would suddenly get an inspiration out of the blue. He would if it didn't make a difference who was there. Sometimes that Frierdiker ever says something would be the mailman. He would see the mailman in the street and suddenly he got inspired and he would need to dance with him. And he better dance with him or else he would get hit with a stick over there, and he would go for it, and he was flying high. He had these like these big highs, and then it would say Chassid Prishol, the Chassid came, and he would get in this great
Wow.
doesn't sound so stable, huh? But yeah, that was he got some power over there.
Interesting.
So yeah, how do we cut him off? This is the question. How do we
What I doing?
we're going to talk about in a second actually about this idea of getting inspiration just from the Rebbe, So that's Adel. Adel is that we shouldn't be under the Yitzhahara. It's called Adel. Sumera. But these two things, how do we do it? It says it needs to come through an action. An action, it has to come through work. Through work. That's how it's supposed to come. It's supposed to happen through work. They need all three things. So this is going to be a big point over here. This is a big emphasis in this Chabad that everything has to come through Aveda, through work. Through work. No easy fixes, right?
No walking through walls.
Yeah. No if it's too easy, there's something fishy about it. It's a scam. Yeah. It's too good to be true. So okay, so through this we'll understand what he said it's Kislev of this, right? This is what we just started just saying a little bit about it. Because Yitas Kislev is what happened. Yitas Kislev, we know, is that at that time was the triumph, the victory of and the redemption of Teres Hasidus Chabad, right? It was in jeopardy at that time. We know there was Yitas Kislev wasn't just a physical story, but there was, as Alter Rebbe himself says, that his masters, the Shem Tov and the Maggid came to visit him and he asked what's going on. They said, because above there is a kitrur, there's a decree against you spreading Siddhis, and he asked if he should continue. He said, no, you were Zeicha, you're gonna be Zeicha, you're gonna go free, and you should spread out even more. So Siddhis even more. You see that's the Titus Siddhis Chabad had a victory. And the Rebbe Rashav says even and said he wrote a letter, and he wrote when he wasn't in Lubavitch, and he wrote a letter to the yeshiva, and he wrote that this is part of Leimer, that this is Rosh Hashanah of Chassidus. This is a Rosh Hashanah of Chassidus. This is Rosh Hashanah, right? It's Erev Rosh Hashanah today. So
Also had the bris on Rosh Hashanah. Actually, Rosh Hashanah.
on the first Rosh Hashanah,
Yeah.
saying Adam had a saying
On the Rosh Hashanah, the bris on
not 8 days.
He was Nivram
It started as he was Nivramal. Very good. We talked about in the beginning that few people were Nivramal. Thank you. We said Moshe Rabbeinu. We said David HaMelech. And it's Adam. I'm saying it started by Avraham Avinu, right? I'm saying, but
no, but on Rosh Hashanah itself, with the bris milah from somebody like very big.
so you have to back up 8 days. I'm saying who was born on as
So
Gimel,
it was Nifkad on Rosh Hashanah.
yeah,
Instead.
right. Okay, maybe we'll remember later.
Okay.
So it's called Rosh Hashanah for Chassidus. So these three details are connected to very important fundamentals in Chassidus Chabad. These 3 points which we just mentioned. So number one, like we just were saying, that Chassidus Chabad demands that we should have avoda. Things shouldn't it shouldn't be a natural. Shouldn't be natural. Things shouldn't be just in just because this is the way we naturally feel. We naturally feel good. Things should come through, not to take away from what are good things that a person does naturally, but a person should. It's important, big emphasis on working, on working. And he brings a story, famous story. Frierdiker Rebbe says that there was a chassid who who um, who brought his anikel, brought his grandchild into the Samach Tzedek. And he asked the Samach Tzedek that he should bench his anikel to have a good zikaron, a good memory. Samach Tzedek answered, so what did he say? I'm sorry. He said, he told Samach Tzedek that he wants that his son, his grandson, should remember everything which he hears by the Rebbe Mexican, and the Mela, and automatically he's going to be a Yiddish Shemayim. Automatically he's going to be a Yiddish Shemayim. Samach Tzedek said, it's more than 50 years since my Zayda, the Alter Rebbe, and my Shver, the Mittel Rebbe, and I are working. The Chassidim should be avodah Yiddish Shemayim. They should work to become Yiddish Shemayim, and not the Melodic Yiddish Shemayim, not by itself. It shouldn't be Yiddish Shemayim just by itself. So it's something avodah. Just I'm saying to clarify, it doesn't mean to say it's not a person. It's not to negate that that's a beautiful thing. If someone naturally is shemayim, it's a beautiful thing. You know that one of the conditions which the Alter Rebbe told Reb Shlomo Kalime, who wanted to move into a certain territory which Alter Rebbe was officially in charge of, and the Alter Rebbe gave him a few conditions. One of them was not to negate those people, Yidden, which are Elech Yidden, and they're naturally Yiddish Shemaims. By nature, they're Yiddish Shemaims. So that's something, it's a beautiful thing, not to take that away. Pashta Yidden, which for Pashtos, they have Yiddish Shemaim, they fear the Eibush. They're God-fearing people, right, by nature. At the same time, this is also something he told of Shlomo Kalina. This is a famous thing. Shlomo Kalina says, it says, Sadik b'menas, the pasuk says, Sadik b'menas yichya. The Sadik b'menas yichya. What does it mean? That Sadik, he gets his chaya, he lives with his emunah. The person lives with his belief, he lives with emunah. Sadik lives with his emunah. So this is a famous thing. That's he said. Of Shlomo Kalina used to say, Sadik b'menas yichya, he shall live with his emunah. But it says, Al tikri yichya yichya. Don't say yichya that he's living. The tzaddik himself is living with his emunah, but yichya, he's mechaya of other chassidim. He lifts up other chassidim. He lifts up his chassidim with his emunah.
You ever heard of Kalin Davini?
They're loud, very loud, right?
They're screaming.
Right, very loud.
Colin.
Stalin, yeah.
Yeah, I have a nephew, Colin.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, really screaming.
Beautiful.
Even they make kiddush that way. They yell the kiddush.
Chil Meir Kavana, yeah, I think that's the idea, right? So, yeah, you could hear them down the whole 16th Avenue. You hear them.
46th.
Yeah. So sad. He says Sadik Yichya Al Tikri Yichya Lechai. Very big shitta about it. But Alter Rebbe says that's not enough. Of course, we have a Rebbe. Of course, we have a tzaddik. We go to a tzaddik. We get chayis from the tzaddik. Of course, it's not. Again, we're not taking away that. Of course, but everyone has to work themselves. Like it says, Adam Lamayula, a person is born to work, to work. And that's the Pulus Mila in Aved. That means that's what when we say supposed to do an action. And Mila is what it means supposed to work. A story of one of the Chassidim of the Magids, his name is Chaikel Hamdura. So
What's the second name?
Hamdura.
Hamdura.
Yeah.
Like the plane.
I think it's with the Aleph, yeah. Could be with the Aleph, but so he had a chassid, and Alter Rebbe had a chassid, and they both lived in the same city together, same shtetl together, and they knew each other. They were friends. It was Chaikel's chassid and Alter Rebbe's chassid, and each one served the Ibishter and davens according to their the derech which they got from the Rebbe. So but there's one thing about the chassid, about chassids. What bothered me? Bothered him was that that this chassid of Chaikel, every single day came to davening. He was always on fire, always on fire. Every day he came to davening with the hands. He was always on fire, always inspired. On the other hand, the chassid Alter Rebbe, every day he was a chassid. He would get up, he would mikveh, he would stakal and chassidus for a long time, and he would daven slowly. Some days it went, he was inspired. And some days it didn't go. A lot of days it didn't go. It didn't turn on. It didn't turn on. He tried, he learned, he tried to inspire himself. Didn't go. And he sees his friend every single day, comes to Haidi, with the whole shturim, the whole fire. Bothered him. Come on. It's not fair. It's fair. How come? It bothered him. So there was in his town, the Rebbe appointed in each town that there should be a mashpia of the town. And his job was to look after the chassidim of the town, and any correspondence that Alter Rebbe had with the people in the town, he would go through this mashpia, and they would discuss it with him. So basically, the Alter Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe sent a letter, and he said that this chassid, they tell him basically in the like this, that it's not, even though the chassid didn't ask, and that's that it was for you, for the Chedon Mepes, it was Ruach HaKodesh, but his Alter Rebbe's Nekuda was like this: brennt, which means this chassid, he's on fire. Reb Chaikel brennt in him. Reb Chaikel's burning in him. Reb Chaikel, the tzaddik, his fire was being infused into his chassid, because he went with the shitta. This was Chassidus Pelem was that the main thing is connect yourself to the tzaddik. When you connect yourself to the tzaddik, is Altikri Yichyi Alichaya. That he's going to give chayas, the tzaddik will give you chayas. To connect to the tzaddik, right? You believe in the tzaddik, you have a munah in the tzaddik, and you shirayim from the tzaddik, and you do the things that the tzaddik asks. So then you're good. So it's not that he's on fire. What does Alter Rebbe mean? Alter Rebbe means he's on fire. But who's on fire? Is the chassid himself on fire, or is the Rebbe's fire in him? Which means the chassid himself never changed. The chassid himself didn't change. The chassid himself is sort of like being a puppet to the fire of a Rebbe. So he's taking fire, he's feeling inspired. But is this inspiration your inspiration? Is it yours, or is it personal, or are you getting it from somewhere else? Did you change, or did you yourself change? Shenkin the Chassid Chabad, yeah, he's not on fire every day. But when he himself is changing, he's sitting and learning Chassidus. He's changing the way he thinks. He's changing the way he feels. He's changing himself. It's not about the Rebbe. He himself became a different person.
Perfume still. Mm-hmm. If you want, you don't want, you're going to be smelled good.
Right. But after a while, it wears off. Not that you're not giving off the smell.
Right.
You're not giving off the smell.
You are the perfume. No matter where you are, you're going to always smell good.
So it's not so when I'm in the right environment, the right sviva, and I'm inspired because so then everything is good. But the moment I lose that,
It was the
So then what? What
It
the-
was the fish.
So we need to have something that you're able to think about, something able to recharge yourself, something real that you're able to think about. So that's Aveda. So that's Aveda. And that's why in this generation, more than ever, a lot of people, a lot of even Hasidim from the Rebbes from the other communities, they also agree they should learn Chassidus Chabad. Why? Because Amal, you had very big tzaddikim. You had very big tzaddikim. Taki had tzaddikim. The Polish Chassidus tzaddikim were very great people, and they did moifsim, and they gave great chayas. And they felt at that time what they felt. This is what's the reason why they didn't want people in Chassidus at that time. They did Chassidus Chabad. They what they did to have Vertlach, right? Gematria is Vertlach, short Vertlach. What's Vertlach? Vertlach means short. Vertlach means words, short inspiring words, like avart. Okay. Avart. That was the style. So that's in contrast to Chassidus Chabad. It was more of a short part, why? Because they felt, and not everyone is worthy of learning these deep concepts about Chassidus. They felt you have to be you're lowering this holy Torah and lowering it to everyone. Everyone should be able to understand it. That's you're degrading it. So even though they themselves obviously knew. They knew the Chassidus, the deep secrets of Chassidus, but they felt it wasn't for everyone. So they felt if I be connected to them, they'll give the chayas to everyone. But nowadays, saying as they say, they're a good Yid. They're good people, right? They're good people. You want to call them a tzaddik, call them a tzaddik. You're not on that level of the tzaddikim from Amal, from what used to be. They're not at that level. They're good people, right? They try to inspire the people, but that's why, in order to get really inspired, you have to have something real. You have to learn, and that takes work. That takes work. That's Aveda. That's Pulas Amila, the Mila of the Pulas Amila. That's number one. That's work. So that you have to work to this. That takes work. That's number one. That's the Mila. That's doing the doing. We have to do. That's a very big fundamental of Chassidus Chabad. Right? About being real. Right? Being real.
That's the first thing you do in the morning.
Yeah.
Not certainly for that.
Yeah. To be real.
You've got the retire from Olam.
The second thing, we said there should be a mole. What's mole? You should reveal your goodness of your hearts. The goodness of your neshama. Goodness of neshama. So a chassid, it says, Rabbi Rashab says, what's a chassid? A chassid who's always looking to do the good for his friends. Try to look out to do good for his friends. Have a good heart.
And actually do.
And actually do.
True.
Our chassid is lamtenchnik, is a lamplighter, right? To try to reveal good, to reveal the good in yourself to be able to do for others.
Be a light so other people could see.
Right, so that's mol. Mol means that you should reveal the good of your heart. What's adol? Adol is the person who changes his nature. The Rebbe says the whole in Exodus, l'shanis tivius midesa, is to change. Today was start off the opens up the gates of the Chachma Bina and change the heart. Says it's lashon tivius. Yeah. He says that change the nature, to change the nature, the nature which we're born with, to take away the adol. Take away the adol. That's the three things. That's why it's compared. That's why Yitas Kislev is the bris. Because number one, it's a pulas amil. It's important to do the avodah, to work we ourselves should be working to do it. Number two is to be mal, is to reveal the neshama in the goodness of which is in our neshama, and to help another yid. That's what a chassid is, to try to do good for another yid. And number three is that to change the calling it to change your teva, to take away the nature of which the not good nature which we're born. So that's in Exodus. So it's a lot. It's a lot, huh? This is heavy duty stuff.
It's a heavy bris middle.
Heavy. We don't high expectations.
Special moya for that.
Yeah.
Professional.
Does your brother-in-law do that?
Depends how much you pay. Fellas, you're getting it 3 more people?
Yeah,
Very.
Stein.
So he's 8.
Okay, next coming.
So let's sing Nigga for
Wow.
I'm a lady.
Yeah.
Somo lecha nafshi, kavach lecha sorry,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so it's like vibrant.
Cry when he sang the song.
No, but his eyes was closed. Yeah. Like in deep.
So the Rebbe later years, and you remember, but they used to see that the Rebbe tried to hide whenever he like would cry.
Oh yeah.
Tried very hard. The early years, the Rebbe used to cry a lot here on the tapes, and he used to full on crying.
Wow.
By the Fabrengens, right? The Yuds, right? The Yud that was very open. Wow. And then you also they used to sing songs which were more deep songs. And that would get very emotional.
It's an aesthetic nigga. Sing by his mother. So aesthetic is a grandchild from the Alter Rebbe. And his mother told Alter Rebbe, "I'm giving my life, so you should spread city. So whatever is there I knew, I'll take care of myself." So she asked that the little kid, she has a little boy, the Zed should take care of her. So the Samachli used to go to his mother, Kever, and cry, you know. So there was a nigger. And when we used to sing this nigger, they used to cry. So they stopped singing it. A very deep
Yeah,
nigger.
so then they're gonna
Yeah,
change.
very
I
deep
think
nigger.
B'chlal, they changed and they're going in the later
Yeah, to
years
Lebedik.
for Lebedik. They don't want the Rebbe to. Yeah, later years you don't see it as much. The Rebbe wasn't as open. So
Right. And the story with Alter Rebbe that he made a miracle and he broke the wagon, the wheel from the wagon. And the Russians said, no. They went to a town and fixed the
thing
wagon.
with Alter Rebbe was everyone knows, yeah. And Alter Rebbe was trying to say the whole story.
Arrested. He was in a black wagon. The black wagon is very dangerous in Russia because whoever go this is Chayav Misa. And to travel from with the Alter Rebbe to Peterburg is a couple of days. And I think they start traveling on Tuesday. It was 12 o'clock Friday, 6 hours before the convention. Alter Rebbe asked him to stop the wagon. So he said, no way. We have a order to take you to Peterburg. We don't do what we do what we want. And there's not one soldier, so there's a couple of them in the wagon with the guns. So the Alter Rebbe made a miracle, and the wheel broke. So they stopped on the side and went to the next town, called people, fix the wagon. Right, now it's the army. They do what they want. They fix it. They try to go a little bit more. Boom! One of the horses died. So they said, okay. They went to the next town, go bought another horse, a good one. The horse is not moving. They saw they have a problem with the holy man. So they got scared. Next thing,
You can have a whole one.
you could take the whole thing.
I brought it up.
So the next thing, it says he's gonna say some word and one of us gonna die. So hey,
The stuff.
they realize he's a holy man. So I said, what should we do? I said, pull over to the side of the road, and I stand next to the tree the whole Shabbos. And Kabbalah Shabbos, to Motzei Shabbos, I could stay over there. Not, so they must me. And kachar, the Alter Rebbe stood the whole Shabbos next to the tree. He did his davening, glory. Then he went on the wagon Motzei Shabbos and they continued on.
We have the things you speak about, but it's wrong and.
They don't say detail about the quality and how they took him as a prisoner. They don't give him a chance to take away.
So, okay, so.
I don't know what it is.
So in the session with this, maybe that indicates the stories about the.
No, because Hasidim says that place where the Alter Rebbe stood, this tree, was blooming and everything, and all the other tree over the years died. But this tree was staying. They knew exactly what it is. Anyway, so he got the Peterborough, and right away they told him, listen, this is not a regular person. That's what happened on the way. So they treated him like completely different and asking questions different. So when he came out from jail, one of the questions asked him, the Alter Rebbe, why didn't you make a lot of miracles? It's not out there. So, but you did make a miracle with the wagon. You broke the wheels, and you make the horse die. So they said, we're singing a Shabbat. Tzvochen afaksin, beteilim shvisim. Tzvochen afakin, tzvochen is a chord. The Shabbat is screaming. So, Chaim, how are you? Tzvochen afaksin. The Shabbat is screaming because it's 12 o'clock. For no. That's supposed to travel 6 hours before Shabbos, I believe. So Shabbos is clear.
Yes.
And
You can take a whole one.
Next wood.
No, I don't want to eat it.
Kale Shvisim.
The Teilim and Shvisim, Botel v'Shavet, the wagon.
Why?
The Teilim and Shvitim, the people from the wagon, it's Shvitim.
Wow. Oh, wait.
How does we have a minute?
We're at exactly 10 now.
No, trying to go to the
Wait a minute, which time Ahmed Dov we are 10?
Ashkaya.
Oh yeah, Shkaya. That's right. This was the, like you said, that's the same Nakuda. That you asked about the Majid, but all the other Hadith Tzaddikim, he said, so you make a loka, and the whole Petterberg would have burnt down. Saying, what was the whole? Why did you have to go through this whole thing? Could have take like a pipe, and it's like that. Sad to have
Make a joke, like you could go in the whole Peterborough with one.
like, why did you have to go through it? You could have made some miracles, like you said.
And he said,
Because he wants that it shouldn't break nature. Godliness should permeate the nature. That's the idea. It shouldn't be.
And the same story happened to him when
That's the same idea of Chabad, and saying that
to walk at it.
that it shouldn't be that it's something which is beyond us. It should be something
they're doing
that permeates us. It's us. It becomes part of us. It's part of nature, not something that breaks the world. We should work with the world, with ourselves. Not. That's the same idea.
There's a man that I know. He's a Syrian man, but very unusual, very calm. He goes on say he went all the time to the Rebbe. He would go to the Rebbe, and after that he'd go to the hospital to visit people. So the Rebbe would give him $1, and then he'd count. The Rebbe would give out, let's say, $10 more. He count more, 10 more, 17 more, 5 more. And he said every time that he went is the exact amount of people that he was going to the
He
hospital.
told the Rebbe that he was going to visit people.
Yeah. But the Rebbe first put the dollars. Okay, so one time it was the Rebbe's birthday, and he brought the Rebbe a birthday cake. His Rebbe's birthday, to give you a birthday cake. And he said,
The whole sincerity.
right. And he says, and I brought you something else.
Yeah.
And he says, I brought you also another present. He says, what is it? So he opens up and says, it's a very good, like strong wool socks. So why will suck? Because you go to the oil and you're sitting there in the cold and nobody warms you up and you don't have a. That was before they had the heaters. He says, I want your feet to be warm. Right? So, wait. So, when the whole thing with the Hussein, what's his name? Saddam Hussein. So he went on the line. I was with him. I was always behind this guy, he's Syrian guy.
So you saw
all the time, all the
this
time.
story you said with the
Oh
okay,
my
with the
God.
wool.
Oh my God! Says Saddam Hussein, right?
Yeah.
Comes before him, and he gives him dollars. Says to him to go to the Rebbe. He says, Rebbe, please show everybody and just make what's that called?
Miracle.
Moifes.
No, but he says specifically on Saddam Hussein. Say Hashem Meforach, Hashem's name, and just do away with him.
Ah.
You know. And he said, please, Rebbe, I know you can do it. Just looked at him. He loved him. He loved him because he was so sincere.
What did I answer anything?
He didn't answer. He just smiled.
It's in the Kuda when the Alter Rebbe used to ask him question at night.
So how we could find these videos, you can find them, but
Yeah.
we can give it to him. Now with the new
Yes.
you can find your videos and it's probably close by, it's gonna be him.
Yeah.
It's minyan.
Today with your face,
Dollars from the way. They went so often.
Mark when it was?
When it was.
Huh?
I used to write on the dollar when it was.
So you're able to if you have your picture,